I'm curious. What story does this photo stir up in your life? I'm curious because I find myself so bound up in the story of taking the photo that I have a hard time hearing any other story that it's trying to tell me. Ruby Beach is a wild beach on the coast of Washington State. On the drive there, I had visions of gorgeous sunsets and brilliant colors. What I found was fog and shades of gray. Trey Rightcliffe writes in the foreword of Phototherapy that the life of a photographer is chaos, constant change. Life is constant change. You probably spend a decent part of your day just bringing a little bit of order to the chaos. And then he says, photographers are better suited to handle the chaos of day-to-day life because they have embraced it as a professional lifestyle. Maybe it feels as though you handle the chaos quite well, even though you might not consider yourself a photographer. That's both okay and part of your story to tell. Turning back to this photo, I could have grumbled about the lack of color. I could have packed up and headed back up the coast to the little town where dinner was calling. And truthfully, the chaos almost did me in. I wanted to change plans and add a day to the trip so I could try again the next night, but that just wasn't possible. So I pivoted from red-orange sunsets to black and white compositions and found this photograph. It's a photograph that reminds me not everything in life is clear. Oh, it may not always feel chaotic, but we can only see so far down the road, and what happens in the next year, month, day, heck, even the next minute is somewhat unknown. Who would have predicted in 2019 that we would enter a pandemic, experience countrywide riots, and find ourselves wondering how schools will open this fall? And those three things are just the tip of the iceberg. My all-time favorite scripture passage is Isaiah 43:19. In this verse, God proclaims, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland." I'm convinced there's only one way to perceive what God is doing, what God is teaching us, what God is saying to us. We have to be looking for it without preconceived notions of what it is that God's doing. Being open to what is allows us to pivot from the preconceived ideas we bring and allow photos, scripture, difficult conversations, and a host of other items to honestly interact with us, teaching us, showing us, allowing us to see the new things going on around us. I'm curious. What story does this photo tell you?